Hello everyone, my name is Shaminder Pal Singh. In today's video, I'm going to give a walkthrough of custom Copilot agent with a custom UI and its integration with Power Pages. So Microsoft already has this feature where you can add any Copilot agent that you create in Power Pages using Maker Portal, and they'll appear in this chat widget once they have been configured correctly. Now, with when you use these chat agents, you can configure additional tools, additional knowledge sources, or agent tools utilizing the full feature set of the Copilot Studio. And in most of the scenarios, it work because you have your tools in forms of MCP servers or agent flows configured right within the Copilot Studio itself. However, there's one other key feature of LLMs, which is called function calling, that enables you to keep the code at the client side and let the LLM tell you once it has recognized the intent based on the user query that, hey, client, you have these functions, these are your arguments, run them for me. And if you want to use that feature, then unfortunately it's not supported in the out-of-box integration. So this is where you can build your own custom UI. So Copilot Studio agents behind the scene, they use Azure Bot Service, which has two components. The first one is the API layer that uses direct line. It gives you a set of APIs by which you can communicate to the agent that you have created and hosted in the Copilot Studio. The other is the UI layer. So Microsoft doesn't want you to start from scratch if you're building your custom Copilot UIs. They already have a SDK called Web Chat SDK. It's right now at version 4, which enables you to build a custom UI and then create your own Copilot agents with create your own UIs with Copilot agents. Now that WebChat SDK is available in two forms. There's a CDN available and there's a React package also available. The React package allows more flexibility. It allows you to do the UI recomposing and add additional custom components into it. So I'm using a React package and using it, I've created this custom UI. I'll take you to that. So I've created a data visualizer agent specifically for Power Pages. Few years back, I created a tool. It's on GitHub and the video is available in my YouTube channel as well, which basically exposes a single endpoint within Power Pages itself that takes a fetch XML query, it executes it using Liquid, and that respects the out-of-box integration. That respects the out-of-box web roles, entity permissions, and give the results back based on the user's configured security. So what I've done is I have hooked the the endpoint from that tool with this agent. And what this agent is going to do, if I give it a query in natural language, it would recognize the intent and it would know, okay, I want to query data from Power Pages. It would let the client, which in this case is Power Pages, know that, hey, Power Pages, the user's intent is known. The user wants to execute the query. This is the query. You go ahead and execute it and then take the conversation forward. So let's take a look at the demo. I'm within the chat window itself. Now I'll say list open incidents. Now let's see what it does. So at this point, the Copilot agent has recognized the intent and it has raised the client event. Now, with this client event, as of now, I'm just displaying all the attributes which are available in this table, but you can customize it based on your needs. So what I would say is, okay, I want to see all the open incidents, and the agent has asked me, okay, you want to see the open incidents? I have these fields available with me. Select the fields you want to query. So I'll just say, okay, I want a region. I want, let's say, case number, subject, case title, status reason, and hit submit. So this is using the adaptive card. So you can still use all the features that are defined in the Copilot Studio and have them render in your custom UI. Okay, so it has generated a query using the inputs that I provided to it, and it gave me a response that, okay, your query is ready and will be executed now. If you want to make any modifications to this query, refer it as Q1 in your response. So this is what I built in my agent, that any queries or any interactions where the user forms a query, I persist them in my state in one session, so that user doesn't have to um, point the agent back to, okay, this is what I want to change. They can just simply provide a reference. Hey, go ahead and make this change in Q1 or Q2. Okay, now let's take a look. It executed that query, and this is where this agent would be helpful. You don't have to create lists for if we enable this agent, we don't have to create lists explicitly for different entities, because it allows users to query in natural language and it will create lists at runtime. Okay, so in this example, I asked it, okay, give me the list of all the cases, all the open cases, and it gave back and it gave me this result back. Um, Now I'll ask it, let's ask it to um, sort Q1. Okay, let me just do this first. Add created on to Q1. So at this point, I'm telling Copilot agent that my intent is to change the existing query and add a new column in the list, which it just showed to me. Okay, so it added that created on, it recognized the intent, and it didn't ask me for the schema and all that now, because it already knows the schema from my previous answer, and it added the column in my result. Now let me just say, okay, sort Q1 by created on descending. So here, you can get creative. So you can ask the query in natural language, and then you can refine the query with your prompts, and it will construct uh, it'll use the existing reference and construct a different query and execute that query and show you the results. And the other thing that I enabled it, which I want to show you in this video, is along with the custom UI. So this is the custom UI, which I embedded in the web chat using a custom React component. And over here, I have also given the ability to download that data. So as I have queried that data and it's available for me, I can go ahead and download it. So I can download it in CSV, I can download in Excel, and it'll, you know, download that piece of data for me. Okay, let's try a different query now. I'll say list accounts whose revenue is greater than 100,000. Now, at this point, I'm changing the conversation. So I'm no longer referencing the incident table. I'm shifting it to a new table, which is account. So at this point, it recognized the intent and it knows I haven't made a selection regarding this table previously. So it asked me, it gave me the attributes for account. And now it's asking me, okay, you asked me regarding account, go ahead and select the attributes that you want to query. So I'll say, okay, I want street one, I want postal code, I want state province. I want account name as well. I want the annual revenue. Let me see, where is that field? Okay. Oh, and that keep going down. I'll put the email also in the response set. And okay, there we go. Here is the annual revenue. Okay, I'll hit submit. So at this point, it's collecting the information using the adaptive card. It'll form a query. Okay, so over here, because we already ran a query previously, it recognized it's a new query, so it gave a new reference, Q2. And there we go. We got the results for Q2 now. Sweet. Okay, yeah, so that's what I wanted to actually showcase in this video. With it opens new possibilities. We can have agents created in Copilot Studio. We can secure them with the same integration our Power Pages is using, and then we can completely create a custom UI using the Web Chat SDK and using the underlying API of Direct Line, which enables us to pass the context to Copilot Studio, generate events from Copilot Studio, and use those agents to do function calling on the client side. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.